The 15 crew members of jack-up barge GMS Endeavour, who've had to stay on board during the conversion works at Shipdock Amsterdam, have temporarily received a spectacular room with a view. The Endeavour's leg sections were not required on a client's previous project and left off before taking her into service. Now that work is finished, Endeavour's leg sections are being fitted, extending her reach by a massive 18 meters to 94.3 meters, putting the vessel back to her original specification. To achieve this, Shipdock production manager Tjeerd Schulting and his team decided to raise the barge to its full working height, thus transforming this self-elevating vessel into a high-rise working platform.
We have done already many jobs on this barge and also on a few sister vessels this year. But the extension of the legs, I must say, is my favorite one. It's a very visible project because it looks like the ship is hanging in the sky. But the reason is you could just keep the vessel floating and extend the legs with the crane, and your welders are working on height, very high. We choose for another option. We placed a very big crane on the deck. We've elevated the vessel, and we are doing the extension from deck level. Meaning your people don't have the feeling they are working on 60-65 meters high. They are just working on deck level like it's any other job. This is it's nice for the people who are working. It's always also nice for the quality of the works.
Handling a job like this demands strict safety measures. First of all, the vessel needs to be standing perfectly stable on its own feet. The ground underneath had to be previously surveyed to ensure that the subsurface layers can support the ship and to ensure that the legs won't be unbalanced by any bits of rock, metal, or other hindrances. Of course, a complete risk assessment procedure has been carried out. This begins with an open discussion session for the whole project team. Here, everything that can possibly go wrong gets mentioned and noted. The most obvious problem is that there is no gangway, which means that in the case of emergency, it is very difficult to evacuate the ship. The best solution has been to build 2 separate elevators, each with a 17-person capacity. Also, a ladder is mounted on each leg. And last but not least, the lifeboats remain in place and can be lowered down to safety. Getting back up could also be a problem, especially for any firefighters who might have to reach the deck level should a fire break out.
We are constantly doing hot works there, of course. So we are grinding, we are burning, we are welding. This is a high potential risk, especially because for the wind we made this tents around all the work spots. This could catch flame, so you need to be sure all risk what you can minimize for doing these hot works is carried out. So everything is covered with fire blankets. Everything is tidy. What you can do to avoid any risk, we are doing, even more than a normal project.
Offshore orders are streaming in at Shipdock, partially due to the rapidly growing offshore wind sector. Also, the oil and gas industries are still going strong, which is the reason why GMS has had the leg sections fitted to Endeavour. Fitting the leg sections is a very specialized job, which requires highly skilled welders certified to work with high tensile steel 690 materials. These specifications are quite common in offshore conversion and repair, but not all shipyards are capable of doing this. Before the job commences, an inspection and test plan is drawn up. This has to be checked and approved by all parties involved. The entire process is described in full, including prefabrication tasks, clearances, welding temperatures, and, very importantly, how and when to carry out non-destructive testing. Structural integrity is vital. Each leg must be able to support 1,750 tons of weight, and tolerances are kept under an extraordinarily precise 1 millimeter. To confirm that the work is correctly carried out, all welds are frequently tested using ultrasonic scans as part of the so-called non-destructive testing process. Every single joint gets tested in this way. And only when it's 100% secure do Shipdock's welders go on to the next job. And now, GMS Endeavour is ready to carry out her new tasks for the North Sea's oil and gas platforms.